have any doubts, you can note it down. At the end of the session, you can ask your queries. Um, or at the end of the day, and not on the these classes may continue for a couple of days. On the last day you can clarify, because automatically all your doubts will be clarified in the session itself slowly. So on behalf of every one of you and on behalf of Ishan, I welcome our beloved faculty, Professor Krishnamurthy, to take charge. So, welcome, sir. Thank you, Krishnamurthy, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Okay, hello everyone. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Sure. Okay. So it would be nice for all of whom it is possible to turn on your videos. Please do turn it on. So I'll get to see how much is going inside, how much is going above the head, all those things. Okay. Okay, how many of you are from first semester? Can you click on raise hand button? Oh, sorry. So click on raise hand button. Only that much, huh? Others are from higher semester, is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll lower all those hands. How many of you are from second semester? Click on raise hand button. Okay. Only these many.
Reactions, sir.
Me, sir.
Okay, fine. There is a button called
Yes. Okay.
You can click on that.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Fine. So, fine. I lower all the hands. How many of you are from third semester? Click on raise hand button. Fine. So we will start from the beginning of Ayurvedic acupressure. Okay. So I would recommend all of you make notes. So we will not go as per the textbook. So your textbook for your first semester is Bharadwaj. Okay. So this is the book, your textbook for first semester. So we will try to cover what is given in the book, but the sequence may be different. Okay. You all are able to see my whiteboard? Is the whiteboard visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Achha, okay. semester 1. Okay. So just give me a moment. Fine. So we have heard Ayurveda in the form of herbal treatments. What is this Ayurvedic acupressure? So we already have acupressure, which was there, which is called as since more than 2-3 thousand years back, which is called as traditional Chinese medicine. Okay. Yes. It is also called as acupuncture. The principles of treatment, everything is the same. It is basically one point in the body. So to stimulate that point, you will use a needle. So if you use a needle, it is called as puncture. You are puncturing the body through a needle. If you use pressure in the form of magnets, colors, or pressure, so it is called as acupressure. So we will use acupressure and not acupuncture. Okay. And all this TCM, it is more than 2000 years old. Now Ayurveda is much older. Ayurveda is much older, more than 5000 years old. Now, is there a way that we can convert the concepts of Ayurveda into acupressure? Okay. So that was a thought which our respected Agarwal sir, okay, JP Agarwal sir got. We have Ayurveda. It is basically Vata Pitta Kapha, right? Say, what could have been his thought? I am trying to understand and I am trying to tap into his thinking. Say human body is made up of 5 elements, right? So 5 elements, human body. And the same 5 elements is the, let's say, plants. Plants and human body both are made up of 5 elements. Is it right? Is it a right statement? I am not getting any responses.
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. I want you to respond whenever I ask question. Okay, fine. So both human body, so I will write it here. So with 5 elements, our human body is there. And with the same 5 elements, plants or nature is there. Right. Now, if there is any imbalance in the 5 elements in our body, if there is any imbalance of 5 elements in the human body, what do we use? We use the nature or plant to bring balance into our body. Right? So if there is an imbalance, say I will give you an example. So there is in human body what happened if Agni, that is fire, if is less, your Agni or fire is less, your digestive fire is less. Now what do? We select a plant or a herb which has more Agni as its constitution, which has more Agni. Say for example, ginger or pepper,
Black pepper.
yeah, etc. So any of these herbs with extra fire, extra Agni, what do? We use it. So we ask them to consume those herbs which has extra Agni, so to compensate the low Agni in the body. Making sense?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So if somebody has more Agni, or so what do we use?
Water.
We
Cucumber.
use, say, cucumber,
Watermelon.
watermelon,
Muskmelon. All melons.
winter melon, that is we call Kushmand.
Buttermilk.
Buttermilk, etc., which has
Yeah.
higher level of coldness, that is water content. We consume that, so that what happens? The Agni gets decreased and it gets balanced. So what are we using? We are using the 5 elements of nature to bring balance into the 5 elements of the body. So 5 elements of nature is used to bring balance in the 5 elements of the human body. Is it right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And the medium are these herbs, etc. So nature is there and body is there. So whenever there is an imbalance, we use the nature to bring balance. So through what? Through what? I am using nature to bring balance into the body, and the medium is herbs. In yes, no,
Yes.
right? Now, instead of using the herbs, can I use the pressure points? So for Agni, we have one pressure point. For Vayu, we have a pressure point. For Jal, we have a pressure point. For no, Prithvi, we have a pressure point. For Akash, we have a pressure point. So can we use pressure points to bring balance in the human body? Is it possible?
Yes.
So probably Agarwal sir got this thought. We are using herbs and plants and other things. which is compensating the excess and deficiencies of the body. Instead of using the herbs, can we use the pressure points to bring balance? So, and he thought there should be a way to use pressure points to bring balance in the human body. And based on the concepts of Ayurveda, pressure points were developed. Based on the concepts pressure points were developed. And this pressure points which were developed based on the concepts of Ayurveda is referred to as what?
Energy points.
Ayurvedic acupressure.
Ayurvedic acupressure.
Ayurvedic.
Vedic acupressure. Clear to everybody? Everybody is okay?
Yes, sir.
Now, instead of using herbs, we are using pressure points. And once again, you would have heard these definitions. Now, what is Ayurveda? Ayurveda. What is the meaning? Ayur means
Life.
life. Ayu is life. Veda is
Knowledge.
so the knowledge of life is Ayurveda. So how to make the life that is longer, better. The knowledge of how to make the life longer and better is Ayurveda. Okay, clear? So now in TCM, traditional Chinese medicine, we say the body is made up of 5 elements. Okay, I'll write it here. And we have TCM, that is traditional. We have traditional Chinese medicine. So even in TCM, they use herbs along with acupoints, right? So what we have taken is just the acupoints. So we are trying to remove the herbs and use the acupoints to bring the balance of energies. So in TCM, they say both of them say it is made up of 5 elements. So what are the 5 elements as per TCM? It is wood,
Wood, fire,
Fire, earth,
metal, water.
earth,
Metal, water.
So this is the 5 elements which they in TCM, which is mentioned, and their energies, corresponding energy is wind, heat, dryness,
Coldness.
coldness, and
Humidity.
okay. So this is how the TCM looks into the human body or the nature, right? How does Ayurveda look into that? So Ayurveda says, what are the 5 elements? It is Akash, it is space. This is not the energy, it is the English translation of Akash. And second is Vayu, that is air. Third is,
Agni. Agni.
that is fire. Fourth one is
Jal.
Jal, that is water. Fifth one is
Prithvi.
Prithvi.
Prithvi. This earth. Okay. So these are the 5 elements with which the body is made. The way that TCM and Ayurveda defines the fundamental 5 elements, which is called as Panchabhutas. Bhuta means elements. So 5 Pancha Mahabhuta is fundamental 5 elements. Pancha Mahabhuta is slightly different. They use metal. Here we don't. In Ayurveda, we don't use metal. So these 5 elements are physical in nature, right? These are 5 physical elements. And what Ayurveda says, apart from these 5 physical elements, there are 5 metaphysical elements also through which the human body is made. What are those 5 metaphysical elements? It is
Kal, Disha,
time. Kal is time.
Kal, Disha, Man.
Disha is direction.
Kal, Disha, Man.
Man.
Man is mind.
Atma.
Kam or Atma.
Atma is soul. And
Tam.
0, which is called as Tam.
Tam.
And Tam is
Origin.
darkness or origin. So these are the 5 metaphysical elements which are used in making the body. What is the function of a body which doesn't have man? What do you call that body? The body which does not have mind or a soul.
Dead body.
Dead body.
We call it as a dead body. So we are not dead bodies, we are living bodies where there is mind and soul, and that soul has a direction of thinking, right? So even these subtle energies are taken into consideration in Ayurvedic acupressure. Now, this Ayurvedic acupressure is how old?
5,000 years.
5,000 years.
Ayurveda is 5,000 years old. Ayurvedic acupressure is
2000 years.
25 years.
Ayurvedic acupressure is so Ayurvedic acupressure is about 25 years old. This was conceptualized by J.P. Agarwal sir. Jagadish Prasad Agarwal. So he is the current president of our Sansthan, ASPIS. Okay, it was his vision, his thinking of converting the herbal effects, whatever the effects that the herb would give, we use pressure points to give the same effect to the body. And from then, the Ayurvedic concept, Ayurvedic acupressure was born. And it is an invaluable gift to the mankind by our Sansthan. Right? It was not there 25 years back. And since then, it was developed and it is refined. Every day, there is refinement in the concept, right? Because it is, what is the comparison? 2000, 5000 and 25 years. Do you see, is there any comparison between thousands of years and only some few decades, right? So this much of work, phenomenal amount of work has been done by Agarwal sir and his team, right? So we should be so thankful for his vision. He has given birth to a very new concept and new way of seeing a problem in the human body, right? Now, if I have to take the nature, the balance in the nature and infuse into the body, which has imbalance, to bring balance, then these both nature and body, they should have the same fundamental principles on which it would operate. It should operate, right? Yes, no.
Yes.
Say if there is a petrol vehicle and if you put diesel into the petrol vehicle, will it work?
No.
And if you do the vice
No.
versa, if there is a diesel vehicle and you put petrol into the vehicle, will it work?
No.
No, sir.
No. So there should be compatibility, right? Only then it will function. So the nature's herb we are putting into the body means the body should be compatible to the nature. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why am I bringing this point? So there should be compatibility. If both of them are compatible, means the principles with which they are developed has some resemblance between this. So how the nature has been developed and how the body has been developed, the blueprint, the blueprint of both nature and body should be the same. Only then they will be compatible. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So the blueprint which is same for nature and the body is same. So this is referred to as there is the shloka which says Yata
Pinde Brahmande.
Brahmande
Brahmand.
Yata Brahmande Tatha Pinde. Right? Yatha Brahmande Tata Pinde. That is Yatha as the nature, so is the Pinda means body. So it is the cornerstone on which the entire philosophy has been developed. Right? Can you see the 5 elements which is functioning inside the body? Can you see the 5 elements which is functioning inside the body?
No.
You see the, can you
No.
see the Vayu? Can you see the Vayu in body?
No.
No.
But we can feel the movement, no, sir?
I'm coming to it. So now you can't see it. And if you want to understand it, how will you go and understand? So now you can't see it. How will you understand it? Which you can't see.
Feeling. Feel it.
So there is a human body.
By our sense organs, we can feel it, touch it.
You can't see the, say, Agni, which is inside. You can't see the Vayu, which is inside. Now, if there is imbalance, you have to fix it. Now you can't see it. How do you understand it?
With 5 sensory.
Tenth organ is, say, your eyes is there. If you should not unmute yourself. Okay. Say your eyes is there. Your eyes can see outside. Can your eyes see inside? Can you see? No, it is not a machine. No, you unscrew, open it up, and then put it and screw it back. Is it something like that? Yes or no? So how to understand something which we can't see? In the body. How do we understand something which we can't see in the body?
That's the symptom.
Hmm?
Symptom.
Chintan.
By
Okay.
the manifestation.
By the manifestation. Means by seeing the same thing in the nature. I can see Agni in the nature. I can see Vayu in the nature. Can I see? I can see Prithvi in the nature. Can I see it or not? Why? People are thinking.
Sir, how can we see the Vayu in the nature? We can only feel it, no?
Yeah, when I say you feel it. Say Akash is not visible, but you can understand Akash, right? By seeing in the nature. And how, let's say, example, how Agni behaves in nature, it behaves the same way inside the body also. How the Jal behaves in the nature, the same way the Jal behaves inside the body. Yes, no? So by seeing what is happening in the nature, I can take that concept and principle and apply it to the body. When will I be able to apply it to the body? If both nature and the body is made up with the same fundamental concept. So that is what this shloka, the significance of this shloka is or the verses is. So if I don't understand something inside the body, don't worry, go see the nature, observe the nature, and how things are behaving in the nature. It is exactly the same way that it is behaving inside the body. Okay. And this blueprint on how the nature is built, similarly, the body is also built. Right? So, how? Say, for example, you take an apple. Okay. And there is a seed inside the apple. Will the seed have the properties or the blueprint of the creation of the apple within itself?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The apple is a whole, but the seed will also have the properties or lot of things which is related to apple inside itself. And the same way, this is nature and I am a sub part of the nature. Nature and body. So I have lot of things same as what is there in the nature. Okay. Easy to understand. So now,
Yes, sir. Easy to
so what is there in the nature is also there in the body. And what is there in the body is also there in the parts. How? How is that? It is, say now, like our human body, it has our human body has 5 extremities. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the head is 5. So there are 5 extremities. Right? And how many fingers are there in the hand? 5 fingers. So there are 5 extremities and the palm in the hand has 5 fingers. There is lot of correlation. So lot of correlation, between body and what are those correlations? Right? First one is 5 extremities
Extensions.
or extensions and 5 fingers. Okay. Second, how do I see it? Say now you, okay, I'll show it like this. So if a person is standing, so 1 head, 2 hands and 2 legs. So the legs are there and on the sides to the legs, on the outer sides, there are 2 hands, right? 2 legs and 2 hands. Here also we have the same. If I keep the hand like this in this position, downward position, okay, I will stop this sharing. Okay, so you can. So the middle two fingers, the middle finger and the ring finger, consider this to be the legs. And next to the legs, what are there? The hands.
Arms.
Next to the legs, the hands are there, right? On the side. So these two are legs and these two are the
Arms.
arms. Okay. And somebody who is, no, please mute, keep yourself muted. Now, the legs, which is longer, the legs or the hands?
Legs.
Legs are longer.
Leg.
If you see here, the hand, these two are legs, right? The legs are longer compared to the hands. So legs are longer than the hands. Fine. So you see the similarity between the body and the palm. Now, in the leg, how many joints do we have?
3.
3 signs.
Right? Hip, knee, and ankle. Hip, knee, and ankle. So in these two are legs, right? So here also we have 3 joints, main joints. Hip, knee, and ankle. Right? So here also we have hip, knee, and ankle. Hip, knee, and ankle. Okay. Now in hands, how many joints do we have?
3.
Main joints. So
3.
shoulder, elbow,
Wrist.
wrist, right? Shoulder, elbow, wrist. So here in the hands also we have how many? Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. Shoulder, elbow, wrist. So this is the body. This is the body, which we call as torso. So this is the body, and this is the body, which is the torso. And to the torso, the extremities are attached, right? To the torso, the extremities are attached. So similarly, to the torso, the extremities are attached, right? And the fifth one is the head, right? So the thumb is which is the shortest of all the extremities?
Head.
Head is the shortest, right? And among the fingers, which is the shortest? The thumb is the
Thumb.
shortest, right? So imagine this thumb, move it over here. So if you make thumb like this, okay, move the thumb over here. So it will be 5 proper extremities. So thumb is so how many main joints can we think of in the
2.
head? Right? How is it? So 1,
Head.
1, 2. 1, 2. So 1, 2. 1. So don't count in terms of the vertebrae, etc. So you just see the main 1, right? So even though the thumb is the shortest, the head is the shortest extremity. Without the head, how useful are the other extremities, that is the hands and the legs?
Not much.
It is of
No use.
no use or very little use, right? Similarly, without the thumb, what is the use of the other extremities? Can you hold something? So if I have to hold this, what do I need?
Sir.
Thumb.
Thumb need.
If I have to use the other extremities, what is needed?
Thumb.
Thumb is needed, head is needed. So when I have the head, it is easy to hold, right? I can easily hold. If I don't use the thumb, how do I hold it? No, it becomes very tough, it is very difficult to use only the other fingers, right? The same way, if I don't use the head properly, without the help of the head, the other limbs are of less use. Okay. Now, the front of the body is more softer compared to the back, right? The front of the body is softer, and if you go back, you have bones. You can easily feel the bones, right? But in the front of the body, you don't feel the bones that easily. So it is relative to the back. Between the front and the back, which is softer?
Front.
The front is softer and back is more bonier. And the same is with the hand. So this is the front part of the hand. It is softer, whereas the bone backside is more bonier. Make sense? So the same way, whatever is in the front, and the front of the body is relatively fairer.
Fair.
Between the front and the back, which part of the body is fairer?
Front.
Huh? Front is more fairer compared to the back. The same is with the hand. The front is more fairer compared to the back. Right? So you see so many similarities between the body and the hand. So what does it say? What does it say?
Front is represented by the palm. Back
Yes.
by the dorsum.
So what it says is the hand is kind of a correspondence of the human body, right? The hand is the correspondence of human body. I'll write here. We'll write it. So human body is the correspondence of what? Correspondence of
Hand.
Palm.
Nature.
nature. Human body is the correspondence of nature.
Nature.
See, in the nature, say 70% of say the globe is what?
Water.
Water. Similarly, how much percent of our body is water?
70%.
So there is a correspondence between the nature and the body. And the next level of correspondence is hand or palm. Palm is the correspondence of
Human body.
Human body.
of making sense?
Yes.
Right? So this correlation and correspondence between a bigger part, nature is macro. And in comparison to nature, the body is micro. Right? And if we consider body as macro, in comparison to body, the palm is micro. Or can we say sub-micro? we can invent some word. Okay, micro and can say sub micro. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir.
Why should I know this? Because so this correspondence between somebody is having background noises, keep yourself muted. Correspondence between macro and micro is called as tulyartha. It is in Sanskrit word. Tulyartha is, it is resembling each other, or it is comparable between each other. Okay. So the nature is comparable to the human body, and the human body is comparable to the palms. So now, if I have to give treatment to the human body, what can I use? What can I use?
Palms.
I can use the palm. So to treat the human body, palms can be used. Okay. So the entire treatment for the human body can be given on the palms itself. Isn't it easy? So if you have to go and treat inside the brain, you don't have to go inside the brain and treat it. So you can use the palm. And if there is a spine, problem in the spine, you don't have to go and treat the spine. You don't have to do the surgery to the spine. So the back side of the hand has the spine. So you can give a treatment over there. So if you have a problem in the knee, you don't have to go and do a surgery to the knee. No, you can do the treatment to the knee. Knee is in these joints. Isn't it easy? Doesn't it simplify the whole process of treating the human body? It simplifies the treatment of human body phenomenally. It makes it so much simpler to treat the human body. Okay. So this concept of nature, macro to micro, is called as tulyartha. So I was talking about the correlations. So I will just so what are the different correlations? So three main joints on the limbs. Limbs are legs and arms put together. So three joints in fingers. Right. So the third one is legs longer than hands. So middle and ring finger longer than index and small finger.
Small finger.
Right? head is required for using
Limbs.
limbs, right? Here, thumb is required to use.
Hold.
So I will add the word effectively. Head is required for using limbs effectively. Thumb is required to use other fingers, other 4 fingers effectively. Right? 5th one is front softer than back. Front of palm softer than back of palm. Okay. Front of body. Front of body
Here.
comparatively fairer. Then back of body. Back side of the body. Similarly, front of the fairer comparatively to the back of palm. Okay. Any questions up to now? Everybody is okay?
Yes.
Achha. So now I can treat the entire body just by using the palm. So this giving treatment to the entire body just using the palm, using the principles of Ayurvedic acupressure, Ayurveda is called as Ayurvedic acupressure. Making sense? I'll write it. Giving treatment to the whole body. What is it? Just by using the palms based on the Ayurvedic principles is called as Ayurvedic acupressure. Now, if somebody asks, what is Ayurvedic acupressure? Will you be able to define it?
Definitely, sir.
Definitely. Okay, only one person has that confidence. Others?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can treat our body using our hands, but applying pressure on our palms effectively.
Okay. I'm only asking, will you be able to define it to others?
Yes, we can.
Right? Achha, okay. Fine. So now, let us go little bit into the 10 elements. So first one is Akash. So now these are the 10 elements. Okay, so these first five are physical, and the next five are
Metaphysical.
metaphysical. Right? It is something we can understand it like a phone, right? So if you want the phone to work properly, what do you need? You need a handset, which is visible. Along with the handset, you also require what? The network. And the network is invisible. Is it visible? Invisible, right? So both visible plus invisible put together, you will have a very sophisticated machine, right? Visible plus invisible. So broadly, like vaguely, I can say that it is physical is visible, metaphysical is. You can still ask space, is it visible, etc. I am not trying to get into that logic. So physical and metaphysical, I will give that correlation itself. I will not write. So physical plus metaphysical makes an excellent, sophisticated piece of machine. That is the human body, right? Now, why did we choose? Why is there 10 elements? Why not only treat 5 elements? Why? So Chinese were using only 5, no? We could also have used only 5. Why did we have to go to 10? Because when we add metaphysical, the treatment becomes more potent. It becomes more stronger. And it also correlates with we having 10 fingers. 10 fingers in the hand, 10 fingers in the feet. Right? So we have 10 fingers, and each finger represents an element out of 10 elements. One finger represents one element, right? 10 elements. So 10 elements, 10 fingers. So one finger per element. Each finger represents an element. Okay. Now, human body is not okay. Now, can you identify, say, when you see a human body, do you see as 10 different elements separately? Can you see? You don't see it, right? So you see as a group of systems. So human body is seen as group of so you have circulatory system, you have respiratory system, you have your digestive system, nervous system. Like in that way, you have it is a group of system rather than group of or rather than independent elements. You don't see it as independent element. You see it as a group. Make sense? Do you see it as independent or group?
Group, sir.
Group.
So if I have, so if I'm given, say 10 elements, and if I'm asked to create a human body, forget human body, if I'm asked to create a leaf of a plant, then what is that I will have to do? So the first step is to create groups. Yes, no? So I will create groups. And the first level of grouping is when I group Akash and Vayu together, I get what? What do I get? I get
Man.
Vat. Okay. And next, if I have to create the next level of grouping, if I group Agni and Jal,
Pitta.
I get
Pitta.
Pith. And if I group
Jal
Half.
plus
and
Prithvi.
I get
Kapha.
Kapha. Right? This everybody knows, right? Okay. Now, so I'll write it. Okay. So what is Akash plus Vayu is equal to, write it in this way. So my question is, what is the difference between Vat versus? So if somebody has already attended my class, they will not give the answer. What is the difference between Vat and Vayu? So I am not expecting an answer that Vat is a combination of Akash and Vayu. No, that is not the answer. What is it
वायु नॉर्मल उसमें आता है कि हमारे शरीर में वायु है, लेकिन वात तब हो जाता है जब वो तीव्र हो जाती है। उसकी गति अगर तीव्र हो जाती है तो हम उसको फिर वात बोलेंगे।
Okay. So what you are telling is Vayu is normal, and if the speed of the Vayu increases, it is called as Vat. Is it?
Yes, because
Yes,
if
sir.
it gets the
How-
space, then the speed increases, so it is Vata.
If the speed decreases, what do you call it?
That is also a Vata problem.
Huh.
Both.
So when the speed is normal, it is
It is
Vat.
Vata.
If the speed increases or decreases, it is called as Vat. Is it what you're telling? How many of you think it is correct? Low or high or low speed is
Sir, imbalance of both Vayu and Akash
no.
will get one.
What is Vayu and what is Vat?
Vat
it
is
same?
stagnant.
Vayu,
Vat is
Vayu is
stagnant.
Okay.
One. Okay. Vidyavati.
Vayu is a physical element.
Vayu is physical and Vat is?
Vat is an effect of something. That's what I.
See, you club two physical things. What do you get? Vayu is physical, Akash is.
Metaphysics.
You club
Oh,
two
no.
things.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
you club two sweet elements. Output is sweet, right? So if I
Yes.
club two physical, I will get the output is also physical. Will it be metaphysical?
No.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody else was giving. Muktaji, what is it?
So Vat is stagnant. Vayu is movement.
How come? Vayu is there inside Vat, right?
Yeah.
Then Vayu is moving. Then how come Vat is not moving? So
The
what?
Vat is heavy.
Huh?
Vat is heavy and Vayu is lighter.
Is it because Akash is there in Vat?
Yes.
Akash, is it heavy or light?
Akash is light, not heavy.
Akash is light.
Akash is light.
Okay. What else?
Sir, is it that the Vayu is concentrated in particular space that is called Vat?
Okay, Vayu concentrated in a space is Vat. Is it? So Vayu which is not concentrated in a space is called what? Vayu which is not concentrated in a space is called as what? What? Is it confused?
Because space is everywhere.
Huh?
So we can't say na ki Vayu is not concentrated in space. So it is everywhere.
So always Vayu is concentrated in a space.
Yes.
Always Vayu is what? Is that what you're telling?
तो जहाँ आकाश और वायु का जो बैलेंस होना चाहिए वो अगर बिगड़ता है तो प्रॉब्लम्स हमारे बॉडी में इम्बैलेंस होता है। तो वात अगर है तो वो उसको हम नॉर्मल ही मानते हैं, क्योंकि हमारी बॉडी जो है तीन, उस आयुर्वेदिक के हिसाब से तीन उसमें माना गया है कि हमारी बॉडी में वात, पित्त और कफ तीनों हैं। लेकिन अगर वो बैलेंस है तीनों चीजें तो उससे प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, लेकिन अगर इम्बैलेंस है तो प्रॉब्लम है।
Okay, so this is all theory. So what it is, what Ratnaji was telling is, if all the elements are in balance, we will have a healthy body. If the elements are out of balance, we will have diseases. That is not my question. My question is, what is the difference between Vayu and Vat?
One more thing.
I am not asking what will happen when they are out of balance, imbalance. No, that is not my question.
Sir, Vayu is in the nature and Vat is something related to the human body.
So Vat is not there.
That?
Vat is not there in nature.
Obviously, Vat is in nature because space is there and Vayu is there. So obviously.
Obviously, Vat is also there. So then what is the difference? Why do you require Vat? When Vayu itself is there, why do you need Vat?
You
Why?
need space for the air to move, for the air to expand.
Huh, both of them are there. Why do you need separately this Vat? Vayu is there, it will move in its own space. Why do you need Pith? When Agni is there, Jal is there, why do you need?
For the bodily functions to happen, the combination of nature elements within the body gives rise to these three doshas.
Okay.
And when
no, see, it gives rise to doshas. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make you think. The book says you put no Akash plus Vayu, it becomes what? You have taken it as it is without asking the question, why is it needed, first of all? Right? How many of you have asked this question? What is the purpose of Vat? So without understanding the purpose, will you be able to treat the disease?
No, sir.
No, sir. Yeah.
So let's so now the same question. Pith is equal to what?
Agni plus Jal.
Jal.
See, everybody knows this, but nobody is telling what is the difference between Pith versus.
So what is combination of Akash and Vayu?
That I have written on the board.
Even Pith, yeah, that's all. Difference.
What is the difference between Agni and Pith?
Sir, I don't know if this is right. Vat, Pit, and Kapha become the medium for Vayu, Agni, and Jal to move about. So it gives a structural dimension for Vayu to move around Vat. So it creates a sort of heaviness. Vayu is lighter in comparison to Vat, because of which Vayu can flow easier. When there is Vat,
So I'll write Kaph is equal to
Jal plus Prithvi.
So question is, what is the difference between Kaph versus Prithvi? When I have Prithvi, why do I need Kaph?
Gel comparison. No gel comparison.
No, you one person told that Ruhi Prasad, I think. So he
yes.
told that it gives a way to move. Now, Prithvi doesn't have to move. It stays.
Movement may be for Vayu, but Prithvi would be for to settle down, a space to settle down, or a medium to settle down.
I am not using. See, Prithvi by itself will also settle down, right? You pour a mud, a heap of mud, it will settle down.
Yes, but it won't get a structure. When there is Kapha, there is a binding factor. So it helps Prithvi to shape.
So what? Define it.
So that leads to formation of a particular cell or a structure that enables a cell to function a certain way.
Okay, so we are moving in the right direction. So now define it. Pith and Agni. What is the difference?
Maybe group of cells that form a tissue.
No, where is Pith and where is Agni in that?
in the stomach.
Oh, so only in stomach Agni is there? In Pit, okay. Where is Pit and where is Agni?
I think Agni can be
Liver, gallbladder.
Liver,
the stomach.
gallbladder.
Because it is given in the book, you're telling that. Huh? So other places Agni is not there. So when you touch your face, is it cold? Or when you touch your head?
Agni can be felt everywhere, but in the stomach, additional components, for example, HCl. HCl is in the stomach. So that water combined with heat gives rise to Pit.
What is Pit and what is Agni? That is the question. So you are telling it is giving rise to Pit, but it is referred to as what? Jatara Agni. Jatara Pit, is it called?
No.
Then how come? Is this question important to understand or not? The question that I'm asking, what is the difference between Vayu and Vat?
Yes.
Is it
Yes,
important?
it's important. It is important.
Important.
Why?
Till now we are moving some. You are giving lighting to us.
Okay. No, why is it important to understand is the question.
It is very
To
important.
treat.
अगर हम वैसे देखते हैं तो अग्नि अपने आप में इतनी इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं है जितनी कि पित्त, क्योंकि पित्त जो है हमारा, हम जो कुछ भी खाते पीते हैं, जो भी हम कर रहे हैं, वो उसको जो मतलब जो चेंज करता है हमारी बॉडी के अंदर में, वो पित्त के द्वारा होता है। अगर हम बोले कि जो यूसेज होगा वो पित्त के द्वारा होगा, सिर्फ अग्नि से नहीं होगा।
So what you are telling is Pitta is more important, Agni is not important. Is
It's
it?
a part of it, but pitta is more important.
Pitta is more important.
For the function of body.
Chalo.
I think it's just basic chemical reactions where mixing happens, because of which Pit, Vat and Kapha gets created. So the base elements are Vayu, Agni and Prithvi. So chemically reacting with certain other elements create Vat, Pit and Kaph.
It will create. Question is, what is it?
It will control, sir. What will control the Vayu? And
What
Pit
will control the Vayu?
Yeah.
Is it?
And Kaph, Jal controls Prithvi.
Is it? So can I say Vat is equal to controlled Vayu. Can I say this statement?
Yes.
How?
It has Akash in it. So Akash is the nullifying, controlling factor.
Controlled by Akash. So now air is moving. That is, Vayu is moving. How much Vayu should move? Should be controlled. Yes or no? Now, your tap is opened. Water is coming. How much water should flow? Should it be controlled or uncontrolled? You open the
Should be controlled. It should be controlled.
So, to control the Vayu, how much Vayu is moving? The space controls it. I can do only this much space is there. The Vayu is moving. But when I increase the space, right, I'm controlling the amount of Vayu by
Akash.
Akash. So
By
Akash,
increasing the space.
yeah, increasing or the decreasing the space, I am controlling the Vayu. So Vat is the controlled Vayu. Can I say this?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, Pith is equal to
Controlled Agni. Okay.
controlled Agni and controlled by
Agni.
Agni is controlled by
Jal.
Jal.
Jal. Right? So if the fire becomes more, you add water. What will happen to the fire? The fire comes.
Controlled.
So to control the Agni, how much Agni should be there? I am using Jal. So the controlled form of Agni is Pith. Right? And similarly, Kaph is controlled.
Jal.
Controlled Jal. Controlled.
Sir, Prithvi.
Prithvi.
So and it is controlled by
Jal.
now how soft or how hard your wheat dough, that is roti dough, should be there is managed by what? How much?
Water.
How
Water.
much
Jal.
water?
Water.
How much water is added, right? So if you want it to be very soft, what will you do? You will add
More water.
More water.
More
you want it
water.
to be hard and drier. So what will you do? You will add less water.
Reduce water.
Right? So using the water, I am controlling the consistency of the cuff. Yes? No?
Yes, sir.
Right? So if you are putting plastering on the cement, so if you want it to be very watery, thin, so you add more water. So you want it to be thick, so you will add less water. So the amount of earth, the consistency of the earth is controlled by Jal. So this controlled Prithvi is called as Kaph. Everybody's okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So,
sir.
so,
Thank you, sir.
so 1 and 2 makes Vat. So now if I want to increase Vat, what do I do?
Akash increase.
Increase
Sir, more
two.
Akash.
Okay, so I'll write here. Now, if I want to increase Vat, so who is the main component of the Vat? Main component of Vat is what? Vayu or Akash?
Vayu.
Akash.
How?
Akash is the main component. So because if we less the Akash, then Vat is less, and if you more Akash, then Vat is more.
No. What is the purpose of Vayu?
Sir, Vayu is main component and
Is to-
Akash is controller.
Vayu is, say, in your tap, which is main water or the knob which is controlling?
Water.
What is important? Water is more important, right? So the main component of Vat is Vayu.
Vayu.
And main component of Pitta is
Agni.
Agni or Jal?
Agni. Sir, Agni.
Agni. And main component of Kaph is
Prithvi.
Prithvi. And the other component is secondary, or can I say primary component? And secondary is Akash,
Jal, and Jal.
Making sense? Now, if I want to increase Vat, what are the options I have?
Increase Vayu or decrease Akash.
So to increase Vat, I can use increase Vayu without doing anything to Akash. I just increase the Vayu. And or I have the option to increase Akash and Vayu.
Sir, what is the difference in between two? Only Akash and Vayu plus Akash.
So this gives me more control. And this gives me less control. How?
Because Akash is controller?
I'm not doing anything to Akash. Here, I am trying to increase Vat, not Vayu. I am trying to increase Vat. And I am telling by just increasing Vayu, also I can increase Vat. How?
Because Vayu is main component.
So I will have to understand little more deeper part of how the elements are created, right? So we say there is one fundamental raw element, no, or raw material. So there is one fundamental raw material for creating all the raw materials of the world. So what is that? Say all of these are what? These are 10 elements are raw materials. Yes or no? Somebody is creating this. So I will try to explain it in a slightly different way. Say there is, say now you have to make tea. What are the raw materials you will use?
Water, tea,
Tea
tea
leaf
powder, sugar,
plus sugar
milk.
plus
Milk.
plus heat. So all of these are raw material, right? So each raw material is made up of something, some other raw materials. So what is water made up of? Water is made up of
hydrogen and
Hydrogen and oxygen.
plus oxygen, right? So in this way, if you keep on breaking, one raw material has other raw materials combined, and in that each raw material has other raw materials combined, right? So the fundamental raw material is Brahma Tattva. That is what the scriptures say. Brahma Tattva, from which is the raw material from which all the raw materials are made. So here, first we will take Akash. So Akash is Akash. So it has a lot of deep philosophy behind it. So we will not get into the deeper philosophies of it. So you just Akash is equal to Akash. Can I say? Can I say Akash is equal to Akash?
Yes, sir.
Right. Akash is equal to Akash. So next Vayu is equal to
Air.
Akash plus Vayu. Can I say this?
Sir.
Right? Say Vayu is air. So if the air has to exist, so it will exist in a space, right? It will take some space. If I am blowing a balloon, so if it is occupying the balloon, means balloon has some space. Can you imagine that air existing without space? Imagine this is a tape. So if this tape has to exist, it should have some length, breadth, depth. It will occupy some volume, right? It will occupy some volume. If I make the volume as 0, if I make the volume as 0, can the tape exist?
No.
All of you are thinking.
No, sir.
No, sir.
It cannot exist, right? So if I say the tape is existing means, what do I mean by itself? It means that
It occupies some space.
Akash is existing, right? It is occupying some space. So when I say Vayu is existing, what does it mean? It means that Akash is
There.
existing. So that is why I can write Vayu is equal to Akash plus Vayu. Vayu cannot exist without Akash. Can I say? Is it right?
Sir.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, yes.
So when I say next Agni, Agni is equal to
Akash plus Vayu.
Akash plus Vayu plus Agni.
how? If the Agni is there and I take away air from the Agni, say imagine a candle is burning and you cover it with a cup or a glass. What will happen to the Agni?
It will be put off.
It will extinguish. Agni cannot exist without oxygen.
Vayu.
Right? Oxygen is Vayu. So if I say Agni is there, if the fire is burning, it means what is there?
Vayu is there.
Without Vayu, Agni cannot exist. So if I say Agni is there, it means that Vayu is already there. And if Vayu is already there, then what is already there?
Akash is already there.
Akash is already there. Because without Akash, Vayu cannot exist. You are seeing the link?
Yes.
So next, when I say Jal, Jal is Akash plus
Vayu plus Agni plus Jal.
Agni plus Jal. How is this? How is Agni present inside Jal? Is fire present inside water?
Heat.
Yes, sir.
How?
Heat in the form of heat.
The form of what?
Heat.
If there is no Agni, then it will freeze.
So if water is there means when you put a thermometer into the water, it will show you a temperature.
Temperature. Yeah.
So if the temperature increases, it becomes vapor. If the temperature decreases, it becomes ice.
Ice.
Right? So water has what?
Vayu.
An inbuilt
Agni.
temperature. The Jal, the water has heat inside it. Right? So once the heat is there, all the other factors under heat will also be there. That is Vayu, Akash, right? And Prithvi is equal to Akash plus Vayu plus Agni plus Jal plus Prithvi. How is it? How is it?
Sir, please explain Jal one more time. I don't know how Agni is there in Jal.
In Jal, is the Jal flowing?
Yes.
And why is it not become solid like ice?
Okay.
Because
Now I
there
get
is
it.
some temperature. Because there is some temperature which is the temperature of the atmosphere. Right?
Right. Right.
That temperature is also there in Jal.
Okay,
So,
sir. Thank you.
now Prithvi. Prithvi has Agni. How? How?
There
Because
is
of the
heat
solid
inside
surface which
the
we
earth.
the solids
For surviving the life.
What is it?
because of the solid surface that is on which we human are able to survive.
See, now volcanoes happen. Yes or no? So what is there? The heat is coming
Heat under the earth.
Heat is coming out from where? From the earth.
From under the earth.
So earth has what?
Heat.
Agni.
Agni.
Right? So when you dig the earth, you will also get water. Borewell, well, etc. So Agni, so Prithvi has Jal. And Prithvi has Vayu. Because Agni is there inside Prithvi means Vayu will also be there, and Prithvi takes a volume. No, then Akash is there. So similarly, you can go in sequence. Kal to Tam. And Tam has everything. So it will be very interesting to understand this. And each of them will have a sense organ. Akash has touch. Vayu has
Sir, Akash has Shab.
Sound, sir.
sorry, I wrote it wrongly. Akash has sound.
Sound.
Vayu has
Touch.
touch. Agni has
Root. Radiance.
Blood.
vision.
Vision. Okay.
And Jal has
Taste.
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 And Prithvi has
Smell.
Smell.
smell. Okay. So now you take water and try to smell it. Will it have smell? But if you take earth and smell it, will it have smell?
Yeah, smell.
Yes.
So similarly, this. So I have another, say, 10 minutes left. Anybody has any questions in today's class?
Sir, I didn't understand the difference between Vat and Akash.
Vat and Vayu.
Yes, sir.
Vat and Vayu is Vayu is there, means it has no control. Vayu exists.
Exists.
Right? Now you want that kind of Vayu to blow in your room, or you want a Vayu which is spinning in the fan, in the form of fan. You want a controlled Vayu. You want a controller, regulator in your fan or no?
Yes, yes. Yes,
Right?
sir.
So the Vayu which is blowing, say on a seashore, is like Vayu. But the Vayu that you are getting from your fan is a controlled Vayu. So that is Vat. Clear?
Controlled is Vat.
Controlled Vayu is
Is
Vat.
thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
So anybody else has any other questions?
Sir, because of only thumb has all the elements, we always tone the zero.
Okay, yes. In a way, yes. Zero tone, 9 said it. So when we come to that, we will have a discussion about that.
I have
Okay,
a
sir.
question.
Hmm?
So when we spoke about Tulyarth and the correspondence, what if a person has a deformity, say they do not have a thumb or they have extra finger? How do we see then?
They don't have the finger corresponding to that, say a kal, finger kal, number 6. So they will have that finger in the leg, right? So if they don't have that in the leg also, so we can use other finger to manage, right? Somehow. See here, you see how interconnected it is. So if I'm trying to say, if I'm trying to treat Jal, and imagine they don't have the finger of Jal, but they have the finger of Prithvi. So in Prithvi there is Jal. I will try to do a workaround.
Very
Okay.
interesting. Okay. Thank you.
Any other question? Did you all enjoy the class?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Truly, sir.
Absolutely.
Truly.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you
Very
so
well
much.
explained.
So
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you.
I hope you all have made notes. With this, I will hand over the class to Ravindra sir for any announcements.
Yeah, my dear friends, these classes are arranged to make the concept clear. because this is foundation. When foundation is strong, it can, you'll be very comfortable. That's why we are putting extra efforts to see that your purpose and our purpose is fulfilled. So tomorrow you become good therapist. There'll be lots of such classes will be there, as we progress, day by day. And, now initially for first and second semester, we are taking more time to clear and all your doubts and give you clarity about the concept. Okay. So I mean, our purpose, both of us, whether you as a learner or we as a teacher, our efforts is fulfilled only if you understand the subject. Okay, our intention is to spread this knowledge. Our motto of our Samsthan and Ishan is to really teach one, treat one, reach one, and to make our country medicine free. Make whoever learns this, their family become medicine free. So friends, if you are satisfied, my request is please put it in your all group. I expected 200, 300 people all over the country who are studying in first semester. We are taking so much of trouble, but it has to, the mileage has to be extended. It should not confine only to 60, 70, 80 people. So my humble request is put it in all your groups to promote this, to encourage our students to learn more and more. So thank you, friends. Tomorrow sharp 7:30 we'll catch up again. Till then, good night, goodbye. On behalf of all of you, once again, I offer my heartfelt thanks to our beloved faculty Krishnamurthy sir for rendering such a wonderful session.
Good night, sir. Thank
Okay,
you.
good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you
Namaste,
so
sir.
much.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so
much,
much,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.